Hello, hello, my people, and welcome once again to the Woke Africa show. Now, today we have an interesting topic, and today's stream is a follow-on or follow-up video to the last stream that we did. So, um, hey, if you are unable to join this stream, you can always take a look. You can always do a playback, to update yourself. So today, as I wait for my favorite subscribers to join me, because I usually don't do my live at this time. My live is always like early on, like 1 hour, 2 hours earlier. But today, I decided to do live at this time because it's just I have the how do you call it, the itch to come out and talk to you guys. Africa superstar. Sister Gina, please, you have to call in. We have to have this conversation before people join us. I'm going to post the link. Sister Gina, I miss you. God knows that. So, hey, African superstar is in the house. Where are my people? Where are my people? So much love, so much love. I'm very well, Gina. Oh, I see, I see. That's all right. You can't call in, that's all right. But it's so amazing to have you here. And I just can't wait for your contributions to today's live. Um, as you know, we are a startup, kind of YouTube, and so we're still building. But thank you so much. I'm so excited to see you. I'm so excited. So please tell me, how is quarantine going in the UK? How is it going? Are you seeing any signs of life returning to normal? Are you seeing any signs of life returning to normal, Sister Gina? Hey, if you're online, Sister Gina from the African Superstar is with us today, and she may not be able to call in, but she can share, some of her experiences with us. So I'm just asking her how quarantine is going in the UK, in at her side and where she is. And I hope she can write something for us to, talk about and stuff like that. So, Sister Gina, hey. I'm just excited, super excited to see you. So let's go. Welcome everyone. Today's topic, oh, the lockdown continues. It's the same here in Accra. The lockdown continues, but the difference is that I think Accra is more like a partial lockdown because people can still go out to town. People can still go out and get food. It's controlled. It's controlled because there are certain areas that when you get to, the military personnel or the security services will have to stop you and vet you. If you are part of essential services in Accra, you would have to be given a pass that allows you to, go move out, you know, be out and about. So it's locked down in Accra, but I don't know how it is in the UK. But thank you for telling us, Sister Gina. So lockdown in the UK, is it like strictly you know full effect lockdown, or is it also like you can go out and get food stuff and you need specific passes to get out and grab a thing or two, or if you're an essential service provider, is it the same as down here? So hey, welcome people. Today I have information for you people. So um before we go on, I have something to talk about. Today we are going to be talking about the requirements for the right of abode in Ghana. The right of abode, what is it is. and then how can you apply for it? So what are the requirements for it? When can you get it? And how, when you land in the country, where you need to go to be able to access your right of abode. So we'll talk about it. But before we move on there, I have an ache in my heart that I need to talk to you about, people. I have, like, there's something that aches in here. There's something that aches in here. And I need to talk about it. Okay, so I have a question though. The unification of Africa that we are all like gunning for, praying for, asking for. Are our people ready though? And this time around, I'm not talking about just Africa. I'm asking this question to the diaspora, to Africa, to Black people everywhere. Are we ready? Are we ready? Do we even understand what is at stake for us? Do we understand? Do we even understand that, like, the only way to protect ourselves? Welcome, Taki. Welcome, 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 guys. I seen you guys online. Hey, welcome. Yes, African superstar like Gina, they need to be. And before we move to the right of abode requirements is really a very short thing. But I also want us to talk about this topic before we land there, because it's how do you call it? It keeps me up at night. And the reason why it keeps me up at night is when I do videos like this and I just look at comments, the comment section. I keep asking myself if I'm getting comments like some of my people commenting on my videos go like, for me, I just want to be friends with Africans, that's it. And this person saying, oh, I just want to be friends with Africans, that's it. I don't want to date them, and I don't have anything to do with them. Like, you, okay, so listen, guys. I mean, nobody can force you to do something that you don't want to do, but you have to understand that unification is our only out from the way the world is going. If we do not take care, when the world has united without us, because we're still so divided, when the world has united without us, we will be the ones to suffer. When the world has united, because we are so divided, we did not fight for a seat on the global stage. Look, our children will not have a future too. Yes, Sister Gina. A lot of the the foolishness is in the comment. It's in the comments. But that is how I perceive the comment to be is how I perceive the comment to be is that that is where people express what they really feel. Because, for example, if I call somebody to come online and talk about anything, their language will be guarded. They know they're like on social media, they know they're being recorded, they know there's a live audience, they know, like, so your brain is wired to kind of like control your utterance. But when somebody is commenting and they think, oh, let me just put a comment, they think if they can do that, under the covers of the entirety of your comment or the videos and all of that. So that's where you actually see the mind of people. And when I read these comments, it aches me, because I want to like address such comments, because there are so many people who I think probably are still confused about this whole Africa thing. Are still confused about this whole Africa thing. And like, our brothers and sisters around the globe, and I'm not talking about just African Americans or British Africans or I'm talking about like French Africans. I mean, do they know what's up though? European Africans, Italian Africans, Argentine Africans, like all those black people in these areas, do they know what time it is though? Our unification, guys, I have to look into the camera and talk to you because our unification, the symbol of unity, has become so essential to the title of our name as Africans. And you don't understand it, but that is the only way we survive. That is it. If we can't unite, if we still want to talk like, we don't care about nothing, if we still want to swim in that pool of each one for himself and God for us all, that pool, we're not making it out. We're not making it out. Because a wise man one day said something. He says that, look, you foolish people, go to the ants, study it, and watch its ways, and become wiser. Why do you think the wise person said that? The wise person said that because the ants work together. In the days of rain, they have food to eat. They survive. Why? Because they work together in the dry season to gather food. Each one to his responsibility. At the end of the day, it will not even matter that you think, what did your ancestors several generations back did to you in Africa, or which king or queen had a part to play in the enslavement of our brothers and sisters. At a point in time, it won't matter. What will matter is that we have crossed that bridge and we've gotten to the point where we have come to realize that he who is looking for our demise is strategizing, having secret meetings. And in those secret meetings, you are not there. And those strategies are being laid down, whether you like it or not, whether you want to be identified as Africans or not, you're black. And as long as you're black, so many people have agendas for us people. So it's essential. If you will not do it for your own sake, do it for the sake of your generations unborn. Because a time is coming where our unity will be the only thing to save us. If you do not belong to a black community that you can trust, it is going to come at your own cost, because a time is coming, people. A time is coming. Now we will only need each other. A time is coming that we can only survive if we are united. A time is coming that your skin color will be the identification map that says you are unworthy. They are managing that now. But the world is uniting towards a certain direction. Are black people part of it? See what happened in China. How many other world leaders stood up to say anything? Anything. The worst situation right now, people, the worst situation right now is that some African diplomats were defending what was happening in China. So when you talk about puppet leaders and sellout leaders and all of that, it's just, we can talk about that, but the situation, what we need to do is unite and stop calling each other out and stop backbiting each other. We need to find the center of our strength. So if I sit here in the heat and I'm sweating it out. And I'm calling for the unity of Africa. If you don't have anything positive to add to that, don't comment on my comment section and put that negative energy there. Because the work that we need to do, the work that people like African Superstar, Phil, Wademaya, Dr. Mumbi, like you name it, the work that we have to do. Sometimes we have to put up videos and videos get deleted from YouTube just to kind of like keep hounding, keep like, sounding the alarm that, hey, you guys, unite. So to my African Americans, to my African American sisters, how about we boycott like, other businesses and just give our money to like Black-owned beauty houses, Black-owned nail salons? How about we patronize Black-owned nail salons? How about after this lockdown, we make it known that we are the only people who have been singled out for mistreatment, for racism. So we are going to be the only people to embrace each other. So if you're sitting there and you think, oh, you are good, so you don't care, you don't give, like, excuse my words. I wanted to use the word, but I won't. If you think you don't give a fuck or like you don't care, I am telling you, people, divided we will always fall. United we will stand. Look, guys, I need to show you something. Hello, yeah? Can you please get me a broom, please?
Yes. Which one?
No, the whole broom. The whole thing.
Oh.
No. I have to show you this, guys, because we always talk about unity. Kylie, no, it's not for kids. Go. Go. No. Go to bed. Go. Okay, go to bed. Thank you. So, like, I need to show you this. I'm going to have to, like, demonstrate when we talk about unity, what we are talking about. When we talk about standing together, what it's about. I'm going to demonstrate this to you today. I'm going to demonstrate this to you today. So, like, oh, you think you're sorted, like, life is good, and look at all these YouTubers. And the other time I watched the video, the person was talking like, oh, look at all these YouTubers using their phones, sitting in their living room and talking as though they're not journalists. They're just like bloggers. Like, what are you? Okay. It might have to take some of us to tell you the truth, to rise up and unite. Okay, guys. So this is an African broom, okay? This is an African broomstick, guys. African broomstick. So the importance of unity, the wisdom that our great-great-grandfathers left for us is that, see this broom? I'm going to try to break it in a bunch. See? I'm going to try to break this broom in a bunch. See? See? Look at it. Look. I'm trying to break this broom in a bunch. See? I'm trying so hard. It's not breaking. This broom is not breaking. I'm trying to break. Okay, these are short ones already, but like I'm trying to break it. See? Like, it's not breaking. But wait and see something. See? I'm going to take one broomstick out of it. This is my bunch. I'm going to take one out of it. See? Let me break the one. Let me show you. You see how easy it is to break a single broomstick. Let me try again. Let me break two. These are two broomsticks. Let me break them. See? See how easy it is. Let's take maybe 5 or 6. Now, it's starting to get difficult, harder to break. See? It's starting to get harder to break. It's starting to get harder to break, okay? But it's breaking. But it's starting to get harder to break. It's not as easy as when I started. So I'm trying to break a bunch now. Oh, I'm tired. So the lesson I just gave, the lesson of this broomstick is to show you that it's not just talk, Africa. And when I say Africa, I don't just mean the people on the continent. I mean Africa, the entirety of Africa. Yes, you. This is to show you the importance that we must unite, because when we don't unite, they will break us. It doesn't, this doesn't even have to be an agenda, people. It doesn't even have to be an agenda. If we are not united, if we are as divided as we are at this moment, we don't stand a chance. Maybe a few of us might, but you think you are in a good place, so you're going to like abandon everyone else, stay in your bubble. I just showed you, news flash, I just showed you how easy it is to break a broomstick, how easy it is to break one person, how easy it is to break us if we're divided. There is nothing so powerful as a people united, but with a purpose, united with a purpose. Welcome once again to the Woke Africa Show. This is your girl, Ejewa, and I am committed to carrying the news, the good news to our people. Okay. I'm committed to carrying the good news to our people. It's not easy to buy data out of my pocket every day and do this, but I'm still going to do it because the yearning to bring that news to people is very important. When I see people commenting on my videos and saying, well, if Africa deals with all her corrupt leaders, no, he said what? The person, the bestie or something, said, Africa should deal with her corrupt leaders or something like. Yeah, she said, why would I come to Africa when it's so corrupted or something? When, like, I really don't remember the entirety of the comment, but it was literally saying that why should I come to Africa with corrupt leaders? I would rather stay where I am than to come to a continent with corrupt leaders. Have you even made a trip before? Do you even have an idea what you're talking about? Really? Hello, ladies. I'm having live video today. Can you come? Your voice is down, please. Thank you. So, I've been seeing this trend on my videos, and I'm just I just want to take it as online trolls. Okay, white supremacists disguised as black people online and commented. And sometimes too, if it's our people talking like this, then we need to kind of like sink it into their head. Thank you so much, everyone who has tuned in. Thank you, the Africa Superstar. Thank you so much, Gina. Thank you, Taki. If you're online, please say hey and let me acknowledge you. Thank you, guys. I put the link here. Please call in if you have something to say about this topic. Because I think that the time, if you look at global trends, what is happening around the world, and how in the Americas, black people are being tagged with the face of the corona. Hey, I reject it. I refuse it. People calling death on Africa, I refuse it. I cancel it. Because I have the authority as a child of this land to refuse it. I reject it. See, when they call the land of Africa, when they target the land of Africa for anything, it affects black people everywhere. It doesn't matter where you live. If you're black, if you live wherever you live, if you're living in Antarctica, if you're living in Africa, look, I'm telling you, it's even better if you live in Africa. Because trust me, it's better, because when they're chasing you, at least in Africa here, somebody's gonna open their door and hide you somewhere. Home sweet home. There's nothing like being home. Hey, greetings. Oh, calling on Mayat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me put up the link. Yes, 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 sis. I believe so too. I believe there are trolls. There are trolls too. But I think that we need to, we need to kind of hang it on the wall for our people. Like, find groups and join. I think Dr. Arikana Chiombori Kwao, she has this group. I think, is it ADDI or something like that? African Diaspora. Let me check it out. She has this African Diaspora network. And the idea for this network is fantastic. It's not just about African Americans or Africans in the diaspora converging in that network. It's about having the list of businesses that African Americans or Africans in the diaspora, are creating, the different skills we have in the diaspora, and be able to contact you if there is business. Yes, to be able to contact you if there's business. So we need to get connected. We need to connect with groups like that. There is another lady, American lady, Sister Ya, I think so. She has this foundation that is helping African Americans who want to repatriate to Africa but are facing challenges. She has this foundation to kind of raise funds to support. This is what we call Pan-Africanism. This is what Kwame Nkrumah died for. This is what Martin Luther King died for. And look, let me break something out to you. Okay, let me look directly into the camera. The dream of Martin Luther King is not complete yet. The realization of that dream is not complete yet. The realization of that dream is a dream that will give power to our people. But we must start from somewhere. We must start, realizing the times. Because if we don't, I'm telling you, the world is uniting in a direction and we are not included. Because if we were included, the world would have stood up and said something when our people were being chased out of their rooms in China. But guess who made the difference? African YouTubers, African social media, African youth, African diaspora. Kudos to African diaspora. Kudos to African YouTubers. Kudos to African youth. Kudos to African online people, African Twitter, African, like, you guys, like, you're lit. We made the difference. We caused out, the government to start writing letters to China. Like, we did this. We did this. I'm telling you, the day I saw Wode Maya put up that video about African leaders defending what was happening in China. Okay, so people don't get it. It's the actions that is happening in China that is worrying. Oh, yes. We are never included. And that is exactly what you said, my sister. We are not included. Because why? They want the land. Do they want us on it, though? Do they? So why all the sterilization on our continent? Why all the fake vaccinations that have all kinds of purposes aside from curing any diseases or preventing any diseases? Why the sudden surge in, like, contagious killers in Africa, i.e. Ebola, i.e. HIV, like, killers in Africa? Africa must rise. If you love this channel, please hit the like button, because our likes really are on the low. Please hit the like button. If you're new on this channel, please subscribe to support this channel, because without you, the algorithms, without your action, the algorithms doesn't get tilted this way. So please support this channel. Like our video, share it. If you're on social media, if you're on WhatsApp, please share a link to this chat to your WhatsApp group. Let's invite more people to join in. That's what I'm going to do now. So in a minute, we're going to talk about the requirements to get you the right of abode. So in just one moment, we're going to talk about it. But fam, I just needed to talk about this. I needed to talk about this. I needed to talk about this because it is important right now. It is very important right now. It's important right now that, all of us, we kind of like unite and have one language. So I just shared my live video on social media, and I hope that, a lot more people will join us. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, all right. So now, what are the requirements? For example, you just landed in Ghana. What are the requirements to the right of abode? And calling on Mayat, please call in. Hey, welcome, 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 new and existing subscribers. Welcome, guests. If you're a guest here, please, I need you to subscribe because we have to get the information out. My name is AJY, your girl. I'm a YouTuber from Ghana. I live right here in Accra, and I'm coming to you. I very much want to connect with the African diaspora because they need to know the time's up, that we are ready. We are like with open arms, wants to invite their skills, wants to invite their, experiences, wants to invite their knowledge and, to join together and progress the agenda, the Black agenda. So welcome, 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 and please subscribe and click the notification bell. Okay, so what is the right of abode? And you can call in anytime. I'm sharing the link, invitation link. You can call in anytime and let's, be part of this conversation. Let me just post the link. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so the right of abode actually is akin to, an indefinite residence permit in Ghana. So if you're a Ghanaian who has lost your passport because you became a citizen of another country, if you are a person of African descent living in the diaspora, you are entitled to the right of abode. You can apply. Okay, so the holder is generally not subject to immigration control anymore and may engage in work or employment without the need to obtain a work permit. So if you possess the right of abode in Ghana, you're no longer under immigration, control. When are you leaving? When is your, and all that. Secondly, you may engage in any kind of business as long as it's legal, or get employment without having to obtain a work permit. So, the last time I was telling you that, the right of abode kind of like gives you the same status as a Ghanaian citizen, except that you don't have a passport to prove it to anyone outside there. So the right of abode is an essential document. If you come to Ghana, I think you should get it as soon as possible. Okay. So let's keep on. So the right of abode may be granted in one, or I just wrote a few points down and I'm reading it back to you because I don't want to miss anything at all. Okay. If you're new here, welcome to the Woke Africa Show. My name is Ejewa. I'm your host, and I am committed to doing this. I'm sorry about my lighting. I was supposed to work on it, but COVID came in and nothing is moving. So please endure the poor lightning for a while, and I will work on it as soon as we can start to do business or move around. So it's saying that the right of abode may be granted in one or two ways. The first category may be granted to a citizen who has lost their Ghanaian citizenship by reason of having acquired citizenship of another country. So that's what I was trying to explain. If you're a Ghanaian, but you went abroad and you became a citizen of, let's say, the United States of America, well, hey, David, welcome, David, welcome, David. Welcome, David. Love to see you all. I love you. I love you, my online faithfuls. You guys, you give me a reason to keep coming back. Okay, so if you're, yeah, so that's, I think we've talked about this already. That if you're a citizen in Ghana, or sorry, in another country, then you have the right to apply for the right of abode as long as you are a Ghanaian. Now, the other category, which I have already spoken about, is the right of abode for people of African descent in the diaspora. People of African, I'm sorry, the internet is fluctuating, so I'm trying to like make sure I have the right information to share with you because there's so much going around. Okay, so yeah, this scenario often occurs in countries which do not allow dual citizenship. So there are some countries that don't allow dual citizenship. Then if you're a Ghanaian and you become a citizen of that country, then you are entitled to apply for the right of abode once you enter the country. Okay, so that is it. Um, if such a person wishes to reacquire their Ghanaian citizenship, they may apply to be granted the right of abode. The second category is right of abode. It may be granted to a person of African descent in the diaspora. Unlike the Ghanaian who have lost their citizenship, a diaspora must, among other requirements, show that they meet the residency requirement. So, you know, that with the diaspora, the only difference is that you may have to prove that you want to live in Ghana. And so let's go on. Yeah, so unlike the Ghanaian who have lost their citizenship, a diaspora must, among other requirements, show that they meet the residency requirement. In other words, they must have resided in Ghana for a minimum period of time before they are eligible to apply. Okay. In all applications for right of abode, we are able to assess the eligibility requirement for the permit, advise on relevant supporting documents. Okay, so this is something that was sent to me from Achampong and Associates. So I'll share the Achampong and Associates website in the description box, so that when if in future you require somebody to help you in that side, then you can contact them. Okay, so that is it. But it also, okay, so what I'm going to show you, a sample of the right of abode for you to see what kind of document we're talking about. So just give me a second. I'm going to show you a sample of it. So I think that for every person, so let me just make this clearer. For every person in the diaspora, for example, if my sister calling on Mayat or my brother David want to come to Ghana, once you get to immigration, before I used to think, because that was what I was told, that you could apply for it immediately. But I think that part of the requirement would have been that maybe you took out maybe whichever duration that your visa was for, you must have come in, looked around the country, and have a reason to want to stay. And so you must prove that you've been in the country already, and you've been here, and you've done this, and you've done that, and now you want to apply for the right of abode. Yeah. So I'm thinking that if this information, okay, I still haven't been able to get an immigration lawyer to come aboard because of the COVID-19, but I'm trying to get like as much as information I can get. And if what we are getting is the absolute, then I don't think you can get the right of abode at arrival unless you've been coming and leaving at multiple times. You've come to Ghana before, you've stayed and you've seen it, and you've gone back and you've come again, and now you want to apply for the right of abode. You should be able to do that at arrival. You should be able to request application at arrival because you have a proven history that you've been in the country for some time and now you want to stay. But I think if it's your first time coming into Ghana, you may have to maybe stay for maybe 2 weeks. You might have spent a limited time in the country. So as long as your visa will, require you to stay in the country, you can stay some of it and then apply. So I think that if you have, but I still need to confirm this with an immigration lawyer. I still need to confirm this. So I think that in my next live, I would make sure that I'm still trying to get in touch with one, but it's not been easy to have somebody who wants to come online and show their faces. So whatever questions I have, I can send it out. Hi, Marie Chanel. Welcome, 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 welcome. This is the Woke Africa show, and you're welcome. Um, she says, I definitely need help in repatriation to Ghana. Yes, 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 yes. So I'm going to make a list of immigration lawyers in Ghana, and I'll put it in the description. I'm going to make a list of the trusted outlets that you can contact. Oh, David saying, so we must be wealthy. No, this has nothing to do with being wealthy. I think, no, sometimes with just advice, which shouldn't cost you more than $100, $200, with just an advice, you can actually just take the advice, know what to do, and do it by yourself. You see, when I was growing up, people were paying agents to do all kinds of things for them. In Ghana, like visa application agents and all those who are making, they're killing it. They're making millions. Why? Because people don't want to go through the process of reading what is in the paper and putting in the energy to put their stuff together and present. Okay. Oh, sorry. It's okay. Yeah, please don't do that. Say sorry.
Sorry.
Okay, it's all right. Don't mind. Okay. All right. So I'm sorry. I'm doing mommy duties as well. So please pardon me. Yeah. So you just need the advice, and I can definitely help you with the advice because everything I'm telling you, I have double checked. You can actually apply for the right of abode through the immigration, and you can do it through the Ministry of Interior, Ghana. So what I don't know is if the Ministry of Interior application is reserved for people in the security services, or everybody can apply through the Ministry of Interior. But I know the front line for the application is the immigration here in Ghana. Okay. Oh yeah, it costs quite a bit, but you don't have to. David, let me just put this question up. Yeah, it costs quite a bit to travel, but you don't need to travel multiple times. I'm just saying that when you come in for the first time, let's say this is your first visa to Ghana, you come in, if your visa, the duration of your visa is 2 weeks, you must have that proof that you've lived in the country for 2 weeks or 3 weeks. So, because it says a limited duration, it didn't say it should be 6 months or 4 months or what. So I think they understand that the situation is different for everybody. I'm sorry. The situation is different for everybody, and the situation pertains to everybody differently. So they're just going to require that you live in the country for a limited, period of time. So you don't have to be afraid. You don't have to worry about that. It's not about you having to go and come like what they do in other countries. No, you should have been here for a limited number of times. So let's say if your visa is 1 month, you can spend the next 2 weeks traveling, exploring Ghana, and then apply. If your visa is 2 weeks, you can spend 1.5 weeks traveling, exploring, and put in your application. But you should note that for me, if I come in and I have 2 weeks visa, I would and I have the plans to apply for my right uh, of abode. I know 2 weeks might necessarily not be long enough to apply and to get your documents assessed and to get your response and get your right of abode done. 2 weeks might not be good time. So you may have to renew your passport. Sorry, your visa. You may have to renew your visa to kind of like wait out the duration of your right of abode. Um, I'm telling you, the day I land my hands on an immigration lawyer on this page, I'm going to like have a field day. I'm going to have a party because okay. So thank you so much for that feedback, David, because it's key for you to understand what the process is so that when you're coming, you know how you're planning your stuff. Because the right of abode and the, how do they call it? The right of abode for the African diaspora has only one requirement, and that requirement is that you must demonstrate proof that you've lived in the country for a limited period of time. And of course, you might have been in Ghana to be able to apply for it. So I'm just saying that somebody who has had multiple travels, like gone, for example, in my travels, wherever I've gone to, if I've gone to Netherlands like 3, 4 times, if I've gone to Nigeria like 3, 4 times, I have proof that I've been in the country, and therefore I already qualify for that requirement. Yeah, I already qualify for that requirement. So I was going to show you a sample of how it looks like so that you can, a sample of how it looks like. Please hold on. Um, yeah. Yeah, so this is like a specimen. I don't know if you can see, right? But this is, a sample specimen of how it looks like. So it's a document with this holographic security feature, and then it has the Republic of Ghana and all of that. So you have this book that looks like a passport, but it's not a passport, and that is your right of abode. So that is, a specimen of it. Yes. So, hey, questions? Any questions? Is there any questions? I promise I'm going to, it's hard because of COVID-19. It's hard to get people to come on board, but um, okay, sure. Sure, I'll do that. I'll do that. I'll do that, David. I will send you an email. Let me just put this on my, just a second. So yeah, okay, got it. So David, I'm gonna send you an email when I make an appointment. And what am I gonna do? I'm probably going to schedule the live session for that in advance So you get notification, and then you can set timing on your phone, a reminder on your phone to remind you that we have a live and this is what we're going to be discussing. So yeah, yes. It's my pleasure, David. It's my pleasure, David. This is not a joke. This is the lives of people. This is what we must do. And also, as you're like exploring the possibilities of moving down here. Sorry. As you're exploring the possibility of moving down, you should also explore the possibility of accessing some of that free land. Okay, some of that free land. Did Ghana open back up the border for America? Israel Trump, right now at this stage, I think the whole world airports are on lockdown. Okay, no plane is moving. So it has it's not about Ghana American borders alone. It's Ghana British borders, Ghana Chinese borders, Ghana every borders. Okay, only food, I think only food, medication, and some key items are allowed in. So the lockdown is still in full effect. So it's travel right now, as in April, maybe May as well, is not likely. In April, May is not likely. Because, hey, Israel Trump, are you aware that CNN was reporting that lockdown in New York or in some other states may very well, you know, prolong or be projected into 2022. So weird things are going on. So anyone expecting airports to be opened within the next few weeks, I would say is not a realistic expectation. I would say it's not a realistic expectation, because a realistic expectations will be like maybe later this year or hopefully beginning next year. That will be a realistic expectation, and that will be the best time to plan for such a trip. Okay, guys. So let's keep that in mind. Um, let's keep that in mind as we're like, preparing. So thank you. Keep the questions coming, please. Keep the questions coming. Keep the questions coming. And I think that you when such stories come, we will tell it. When such stories come, I would definitely make videos and upload, because I know my people, I know the people I roll with, and I know the information that is important to the people I roll with. So when something comes up, if something happens, like I did a video on the lockdown of Accra, I did a video on the quarantine of for all foreigners coming into Ghana. I did so I would do a video. I would do a video and make sure that you guys know when such things are happening, such things that has direct impact on the diaspora. When those things are happening in Ghana, you can trust that I will make videos and upload. So can guys, at this point, I just want to know what my folks are doing in lockdown. I just want to know what my folks are doing in lockdown. So uh what do you think? Do you think the session about the requirements for the right of abode, you know, okay, the requirement for the right of abode, uh, you know, um, did you was it good? Did you benefit from this? That there is another one. There's something I saw somewhere that I needed to share with you, but the internet is so unstable. It's annoying. It's unstable. It just keeps coming in and going out. Just keeps coming in and going out. Yeah. So I don't know, but I'll try and get this so that by the time that we have the immigration guy to join us, we would have all the round information. So hey, you guys, thank you so much for your preparation towards coming to the motherland. For me, like I say, you guys, okay. So here's what I think about anybody who wants to make this transition. Well, not transition. The fact that you even want to come to the motherland and see what is going on. You are brave. Okay. That's all. That's it. You're brave. You're courageous. You are not afraid to take risks. And because you're not afraid to take risks, your reward is like high and mighty. Your reward is up there. Okay. Your reward is up there. Your reward is up there because you took that risk. That is why my love will always go out to ES. Eat Love Migrate. Like she has shined such light onto what it means to live in the communities in Ghana. What ES brings to this conversation table, that is so priceless. I'm telling you guys. That is so, and take it from somebody who has been traveling. And I need to tell you, like, I've been to countries, I've traveled around the world. And I'm telling you that if you go into a country not knowing what is up, you only find things out when your visa is about to expire. Like, you only find things out when you're like, you have just 2 days to get out. That's where you find things out, and that's where you realize, oh, I could have bought land. Why did I spend all my money, buying things? Oh my God, I didn't know that much money could have bought me land. Oh, I didn't know if I had land, I could have. Oh, I didn't know. And by the time you realize, you packed a good $6,000 for your vacation, thinking it's like Europe or it's like, and then you come, and the day before your visa expires, you realize that you could have bought land for 600 fucking dollars, 800 freaking dollars, and you spent it all, just blowing it out. Yeah, no, it's your vacation money, but you could have owned land. You could have been owning land. So that is the value ES brings to her followers and the African diaspora. At least if you're coming, you can get land for $600, $500. You know you can use natural materials to build at a cheaper rate. You know that there are options. When it gets to the point where you can't do this, you can do that. You can find like skilled, qualified, local, indigenous people to freaking build you the house. You can find local people, skilled local people to drill that well for you. And that is the value ES brings to the table. If you look, every single YouTuber, if you look at my sister Gina, the African superstar, she brings a kind of fire to our people that I've never seen anywhere. I'm telling you, she brings so much fire. Like when she's in her element, that there are so many people who are like changing their view, changing their way of thinking because of her. If you look at Nappy Briggs, the fact that he's a young guy and he's like happy go lucky and he's fun and all of that, and he goes out there to bring, the world, Africa to the world with Maya, and he's doing his thing. Hmm. The African tigress, the black sunrise, like, our people and what they bring to the table. Look, I am a Ghanaian YouTuber, and I know what I bring to the table to like be the bridge, be a bridge that connects our, diaspora to Africa. So that is my dream. That's my aspiration, to be a bridge that connects the diaspora to Africa directly. And this is coming from the perspective of an African, somebody born and bred on the continent. So, for example, if I needed to find out about immigration, I don't need to drive over there. I have friends, I have connections I can trust and get accurate information and share with you. That is the other, side that those of us located in Ghana bring on board. So um, that we must kind of like value the what we all bring to the table. So hey guys, I want to hear from you. What's going on? I think today I'm rather done quickly, because I just wanted to for us to talk about the right of abode, to let you know it is not a difficult process. Okay, the whole application is, I think, is just a page or two. It's not a difficult process. It's not a difficult process. And yes, you can do it in one visit. So it's not a difficult process. Um, and when you get here, do your investigations, do your research, and find out what you are entitled to, what you can do, and what you're not entitled to do. So, guys, I want to thank you so much. I was waiting to have some of you guys call in and talk to me, and talk to our brothers and sisters and all that. But I understand it's not every day that somebody wants to call in and talk. So I understand. So thank you so much. We have come to the end of another interesting live stream, and I'm still going to work on this immigration stuff. We need to get the picture clear. We need to get the picture clear so that okay. Before I leave, I would like to answer um, Jim Jensen. Jim is asking a question, and he says, "Is it easy to start a business as a foreigner?" Jim, I think it is very easy to start a business as a foreigner. First of all, remember that business is a global institution. If you want to do business, it's a global institution. Business work everywhere, just as wherever you are. People aspire for the best. People may be used to crap, but once the best comes in, they leave the crap for the best. So you can start a business easily here. When you come in, just apply for your right of abode. Get your right of abode and do business like a Ghanaian would. But if you want to do business as a foreigner, there are rules. I think you must have a local partner of 51% in some businesses. There are some businesses that does not require that you have a 51% partner, but some businesses require that. So when you visit the Registrar General's department, they would give you the different categories of that. But there's so many sectors, farming, this and that. And especially there's a lot of incentives for farmers, local, foreign, and all that. So farming is a win-win situation, guys. I'm telling you that. Farming, manufacturing, those areas are a win-win situation. So you would want to think about it. If you want to go into big business, then it has big requirements. If you want to go into small business, um, you know, I think you just have to be properly registered. If you have your right of abode, then you don't have to partner with nobody. You can do your business. You need to know your product. You need to figure out what your branding is going to be. After figuring out your branding, you need to identify where you're getting your raw material, okay, your source. After identifying that, you need to know your target market, and you have to do market centricity, city, and you have to find out, how you're going to break through to your market. If it's a new product, you need to break through to your market. If it's an existing product, you can enjoy already existing market and just go into business and put out a good brand. And most importantly, your branding will bring the people, but it is the quality of your product that will sustain your clients. So you want to go out there, have a good product, have a good branding, and kind of like put a good stuff out there. And people love the good stuff, okay? Because look at my hair. Look at my hair. This is natural African bangs, okay? This is natural African bangs. I gotta take care of my hair. So you're a brother, you're a sister, you're sitting somewhere in the diaspora. You have the combination, you have the recipe, you have the formula, but you're sitting somewhere over there, living in communities where people do not have hair like yours. How are you going to start that business and break through to the market? No. So you have to identify your business and know your target market, and you have to have your good product coupled with your good branding, coupled with your good pricing, competitive pricing, and you're on top. And Africans do appreciate good quality. The African do appreciate good quality. So make your businesses known. Make your businesses known. I think I'm going to do a business forum one of these days. A business forum. See if I can get a couple of business people in Ghana, and through your support, we can gather a couple of business people over there, and then we can have a huge live TV and talk about the products, our services, and how our brothers and sisters can come down and take advantage. Because Africa is a huge market. It has the youngest population of the entire globe. It has the youngest population of entire globe. So you can see that it's a market that will sustain. So when you're doing your projections, know that it's a market that will endure. It was a market that will sustain your business for a long time. So when you're doing your long-term plan and your short-term plan, you put that in mind. So if you want to go into technology, if you want to look, there is such opportunity in STEM and technology. I'm telling you, there's so much that the West is enjoying, And it's not because Africa is oblivious to it, because nobody thinks we deserve that kind of technology to even bring it down here. So who else than our own people? Who else than our brothers and sisters in the diaspora? Who else? Who else is going to bring that kind of business down here? And we're saying right now that, yes, thank you, calling on Mayat. Africa is the future. We are the future. You know, when we say Africa is the future, we're thinking, oh, well, the Bill Gates are going to come and build this for us. And no. That's not the kind of future we're talking about. We're talking about an Africa that is the future because we are the future in it. That is the dream. That is the Martin Luther King dream. When Africa becomes the future, it means Africans are going to lead innovation. Africans are going to lead technology. We are going to develop. Look, there are Africans producing what? How do they call it? Is it ventilators? In Kenya right now. So technology, innovation, inventions, we must take the lead too. And who, if it's not done by the African, then it is not an African renaissance. If the World Bank comes to Ghana and pushes $5 billion in our economy and Ghana is performing well, Ghana is not performing well. The agenda of World Bank is performing well, not Ghana. But they're going to put the headlines, Ghana is this and that, and then that is a psyop, okay? And we're going to be drunk on the Kool-Aid and we're going to sing Kumbaya and thank you. No. The innovation has to be led by Africans, by Pan-Africans, not people who are going to be sellouts. So my shout to Dr. Cambon of the University of Ghana for starting African-oriented educational institution. I have a dream too, and my dream is to get my daughter educated in an African-oriented institution when she comes of age to be, eligible. She's not eligible at the moment, but, So yeah, that is it. Thank you, family. Do we have more questions? Do we have more questions, guys? We have more questions. Okay, so now in the absence of any questions, I'm going to say a good night to you guys. Ciao, guys. I love you so much when I get the opportunity to come here and talk to you about things that I think that matter. So please subscribe if you're new here. Please give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. And please stay safe, because whatever this thing is, the Passover must pass over us. Okay? So stay safe, stay hidden in your own little corner, wherever you find yourself. And we shall see, we shall, bring our heads above the water once the storm has passed. So thank you. Stay strong and stay protected. Love you so much. Mwah. And please, whenever you see my notification for live, do come and let's have a heart-to-heart. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful evening and afternoon and morning, and to everyone around the world. Thank you. Thank you so much. This is your girl, Ejiwa. I'm out.